Donald Trump should be impeached and removed for this. All of his supporters should turn on him. It's the absolute betrayal of everything that he ran and campaigned on and everything that he stood for. Duran has done over and over again. But now we've pushed them to the point where they probably don't feel that they have the option not to respond. And Donald Trump telling them to come back to the negotiating table now is a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, what a impotent leader to be sitting there talking about coming back to the negotiating table. It's like sitting after Pearl Harbor and telling FDR, now's the time to go negotiate with the Japanese. Right. Negotiations are over now. The time for negotiations was before this. And so, yeah, Donald Trump looks, and man, I supported him this last year. I apologize for doing so. It was a bad calculation. At the time, it seemed like the right one. But he should be impeached and removed for this one, and not on some not on some ridiculous Nancy Pelosi. Of course, the Congress will never do it because they're all a bunch of corrupt hacks.
This is the one thing they support. This is
Donald Trump should be impeached and removed for this. All of his supporters should turn on him. It's the absolute betrayal of everything that he ran and campaigned on and everything that he stood for. And I will say, despite the fact that, Donald Trump supporters have been labeled like a cult following, and that certainly is true for a percentage of his supporters, he is going to lose his coalition over this. I don't just speak for myself when I say there are a lot of us who simply will not go along with this. So it's just a devastating mistake. By the way, on top of that, he's also going to lose the deportation fight because of this. Because right now he needed all the political capital he could have to turn that, you got a majority support for deportations, but the minority is very mobilized and they're out and they're protesting all around the country. He needed all of his political capital for that move. So here's what we got. The neocons win. More war abroad and, bomb the world and invite the world. No matter who you vote for, you always get John McCain.
And I regret my damn vote, okay? He promised America first. Now he's sending billions to Israel while we're drowning back home. And
sir, why are you so upset today?
I voted for him.
Sir, why are you so upset today?
I voted for him to protect America. And now he's throwing our money at other countries and dragging us into another war.
Sir?
I didn't vote for him to babysit the whole damn world. I voted for America first.
Frustrating you the most today?
I voted for him to fix the economy. Now gas is $7 a gallon. Even. I could fry a burger with that.
What's been the biggest impact on your business?
He kicked out all the immigrants. Now I can't find anyone to work at my landscaping company. Americans want me to pay double just to trim a damn hedge.
Oh, you silly biatch. You knew exactly what you were voting for. And you don't sound like the typical podunk, lack of education MAGA type that we see. And you just admitted that you keep up with politics. And he literally has been saying what he was going to do for years. And you know about Project 2025. You voted with your racism and your hate. And now you're in that finding out phase, literally because you're worried about the kids around you that might be shipping out soon, or some of those that might be coming to your hometown. But guess what? There's many of us that we're not forgiving and forgetting you assholes, okay? So welcome to the fascism that you helped create. And that last part that you said, we feel the same way. We hate you assholes too, all right? But the rest of you, y'all have a good day now, okay?
Normally the people who regret their vote, yeah, you take them in, whatever. But this guy in particular, he didn't give a fuck until it affected him. And
he don't care about you guys. He doesn't care.
This means that this man voted for families to be torn apart. And right now, he does not care about the families being torn apart. He pretty much, in his videos, I went through his page, his only issue is his pockets. He does not care about the living conditions that these migrants are being put in. He doesn't care about the families being torn apart. He doesn't care about lives being shattered. He literally just gives a fuck that his business is losing money because YT people don't work as hard as migrants. That is it. That's all. That's all he gives a fuck about. So yes, I hope your business fails. I hope you feel every single ounce of that vote. Because you didn't give a shit until it affected your pockets. And that's kind of one of the lowest things. Anyways, my name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow. Are you on to my face again? Thank you. Goodbye.
I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but a lot of people are saying they're leaving MAGA now and they're angry at Trump. And I'm like, why all of a sudden they're talking about the Iran war and Trump getting involved? Some people are complaining that the groceries, inflation, gas prices, the economy pretty much has not improved like Trump promised. Day one, he was going to lower everything, make all your dreams come true, all the bullshit. So a lot of people are realizing that the economy is not improving. I mean, I don't know what you MAGAs do when you go to the grocery store. You look the other way, pretend that the prices aren't going up for the most things, the most items. A few items have gone down, but not significantly where you can say, wow, I can really feel in my wallet that things are improving. So I guess the last straw for MAGA was the war. That Trump might be getting into a war and MAGA can handle it, can stand it, because they don't want another war. And Trump promised no wars. But you MAGAs were okay when he said, they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. Jimmy goes to school. 4 days later, he comes back with an operation and he's now Julie. All these lies, you guys were okay with it. So you're okay. I mean, you're leaving MAGA. You're abandoning Trump. You're mad at Trump. But you're still racist? You're still homophobic? Xenophobic? You're still enjoying seeing immigrants being deported, families separated, people crying on the streets because their family are being torn apart, and you guys are, that's what I voted for. So you're leaving MAGA with all that baggage, right?
If you voted for that orange man and you are now saying, this is not what I voted for, this is not what I voted for, this is quite literally exactly what you voted for. And if you truly did not think that this was going to happen by electing that man into office, then you are willingly uneducated and ignorant. And I suggest next time you think about voting in an election, you educate yourself other than watching Fox News. Yeah.
How am I ignorant? Huh? I grew up in the church, Southern Baptist. I always said I was born and raised Republican. I sat in church and I listened to them teach us the way Jesus wanted us to live. He wanted us to love the immigrant like he was in his own land. He wanted us to love our neighbor no matter what they look like, who they love, who they worship. Love them. And I believe he said something about a rich man getting into heaven is like putting a camel through the eye of a needle, something like that. Don't, bear false witness. Trump lies every time he opens his mouth, and it's verified. But I guess what got me the most was watching my family and friends that I grew up with in church throw away all their morality behind a false God. Trump is their false God. He's their idol. So you can call me ignorant if you want to, but I'm not the one that ran me away from the church. God said, you will know them by their fruits, talking about false prophets and
seeing so many more videos of people saying that they regret their vote for Donald Trump. While that's great, I really need to know, why did you vote for him in the first place? It was an open book test. The book was literally on fire. What made you say, yep, this is my guy? Was it the bankrupted casinos? The fraud university that he ran? Was it because he was found liable for SAing E. Jean Carroll? Or was it because he's a convicted felon with 34 charges? Oh wait, I know, it's because everybody else was lying but him. He's the only one that tells you the truth. Listen to how that sounds. It wasn't only just liberals who were trying to warn you, there were people from his own cabinet. General Mattis said that Trump is the first president that did not try to unite the country. John Kelly, his own chief of staff, said he is the most flawed person he has ever met. Bolton said he is unfit for office. Barr, his own former attorney general, said that he is detached from reality. Liz Cheney called him a threat to democracy. Not only that, her father, Dick Cheney, Mr. War Criminal Halliburton himself, said that there has never been a greater threat to the Republic than Donald J. Trump. You still voted for him. Why? Over a qualified woman who had a weird laugh, who they said slept her way to the top without zero proof, things without proof, but with the proof that Donald Trump is a racist, homophobic, transphobic rapist with ties to Epstein, who's never passed any real legislation, who still doesn't have a health care plan, and always plays the victim. That's who you voted for? Now he's literally trying to get us into World War III. Out of the Iran nuclear deal in 2018, not because it was a bad deal, but because Obama did it. Sitting on his Temu Twitter, live posting about bombings like it's some sort of reality show. That's not foreign policy. No wonder his fake university was sued. He treats everything like a scam, even war. What about his first term, since you all who voted for him think he did something so great? The low gas prices during COVID that got you all warm and fuzzy? You mean when the world shut down, nobody was driving and demand tanked? That's not academic genius, that's a global crisis. Prices rising under Biden should surprise nobody. It was a direct result of Donald Trump gutting reserves and mishandling the pandemic. Trump blames everybody else for the mess that he's created. It's like lighting a match and setting your neighbor's house on fire and then blaming them for not having a fire extinguisher. You weren't lied to, you weren't tricked, you chose him over facts, you chose him over country, you chose him over character, you chose him over your neighbors, and now we are all here paying for it.